So, I'm 31 years old, and recently went through a pretty rough breakup after a long-term relationship. I was completely wrecked, honestly. It was one of those situations where everything feels like it's falling apart, and I just wanted to get out and do something fun to take my mind off things. One night, I decided to go to this cool, laid-back restaurant/bar downtown with one of my good buddies. It was one of those spots where people of all ages hang out. You know, a mix of younger folks and older crowds, everyone just there to have a good time. When we got there, we were having a decent time, chatting, laughing, having drinks, when I noticed this group of young women celebrating a birthday at a table near the bar. The birthday girl looked maybe 19 or so, and I noticed her friends were pretty cute too. It wasn't the most original idea, but I thought, hey, why not go over, wish her a happy birthday, and maybe chat her up? I mean, she was cute, and so were her friends. I wasn't expecting anything, just thought it could be a fun, casual conversation. So I started to walk over to the group. But my buddy, who's kind of protective when it comes to stuff like this, gave me a look and told me to leave them alone. They look like babies. He seemed uncomfortable with the idea of me approaching a group that young. I guess he thought I was going to come off as creepy or something. But honestly, I was just trying to be friendly. After some back and forth, and me insisting I wasn't trying to hit on anyone in a weird way, he agreed to come with me as my wingman. So we walked over, and I wished the birthday girl a happy birthday. I even complimented her on her cake. It had the number 19 on it, which felt like a clear indicator of their age. At first, everything seemed fine. We were laughing, and they were all being polite, even joking around a little. But then, out of nowhere, one of the girls shot me this really harsh look and said, "Take a fucking hint, R. Kelly." I froze for a second. Honestly, I was shocked. I mean, what the hell? That came out of nowhere. I just looked at her and said, "Excuse me," and she snapped back, telling me to read the room because they were all uncomfortable. The other girls started chiming in too, with one of them actually asking us to leave. I mean, I get that they might have felt uncomfortable, but calling me a predator, that hit hard. Like, really hard. I tried to keep my cool, but I couldn't let that go. I said, "It's messed up to call me a predator when we're all adults here." At this point, my buddy was getting visibly uncomfortable and was trying to pull me away. He wanted to just leave the situation, but I wasn't about to back down that easily. The birthday girl, though, made another comment that I couldn't let slide. She said it didn't matter. It was still weird for someone my age to hit on them, especially when they were making it obvious they were uncomfortable. And then, she hit me with another R. Kelly reference, asking if I thought she looked like Aaliyah. Now, at that point, I was fuming. I mean, they were all 18 or 19, barely out of high school, but still legal. But to be called something like that, in front of everyone, just felt like a punch in the gut. I tried to stay calm and apologized if I had made them uncomfortable, but I made it clear that calling me a predator was over the line. One of the other girls dismissed it, saying it was a personal problem, but I wasn't having it. I said that adults are allowed to hit on other adults. It's not a crime, especially when we're talking about people who are of legal age. Another girl, though, was clearly over the situation and shouted at us to leave, saying, "Why are you still standing here? Just go away." I decided it was time to go, but as we walked back to our table, I heard them start singing "Remixed to Ignition" by R. Kelly, laughing their asses off. I don't know if it was at me or just part of the vibe, but it definitely felt like they were mocking me. And let me tell you, I was beyond pissed. That was humiliating. When my buddy and I sat back down, I could feel the rage building up inside me. I was still so angry and hurt by how they treated me. My buddy, though, had a very different take. He said I was in the wrong for not picking up on the signs that they were uncomfortable. To him, it was obvious that I shouldn't have approached them. He even called me delusional for thinking that there wasn't anything wrong with what I did. I tried to explain that, yeah, they might have been uncomfortable, but that didn't justify calling me a predator. I also pointed out that I've never had an issue with dating women my age or older. This was literally the first time I'd ever even approached women that much younger. My ex, by the way, was 6 years older than me, so it wasn't like I had a history of going after women half my age. But my buddy didn't really back me up. He said they weren't necessarily calling me a predator. just saying it was weird for a guy my age to hit on girls who were basically teenagers. He also agreed that it was wrong of them to sing that song and laugh after everything went down. But still, he felt like I should have just walked away sooner. He said I should have been more aware of the situation. So now I'm sitting here wondering, was I wrong? Was I in the wrong for sticking up for myself when they made those accusations? Or was I out of line for even approaching them in the first place? I genuinely didn't mean to make anyone uncomfortable. I was respectful, didn't make any inappropriate comments, and didn't act in a creepy way. But now, I'm second-guessing myself. Was I the one who misread the situation, or were they just being overly dramatic? Edit. For the record, I typically date women who are around my age or older. This was honestly the first time I ever approached women who were much younger, and it didn't go the way I expected. So, here's the deal. Now that you've heard everything, I really want to know what you think. Was I in the wrong for sticking up for myself when they called me a predator? Or should I have just backed off when I saw they were uncomfortable? Honestly, I still don't know if I misread the whole situation or if they just overreacted. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one and really appreciate hearing your perspective. And if you enjoyed this video or found it interesting, make sure to give it a like and hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a ton and keeps you updated with all my future stories and content. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.